To import the entries of each team into the database, each team is going to create an entry file in Team Manager that the home team is going to import the entries for the meet. To do that, you simply go to File, Import, Entries, and go select the entry file that you want to use. The entry files are usually going to be named accordingly with the team abbreviation, in this case CT, CC, -GA-entries for an entry file, 001, 002, and so on. You can double check over here under the date modified as to which was the last created file. Again, if they send you multiple files for any reason, this will allow you to pick the latest and greatest. Once you select that file, you just double click on it. Most files that are brought into Meet Manager or Team Manager are going to be zip files. Those products will automatically go through, unzip the files, and prompt you to where those files have been sent. If you click OK, it'll take you to that file, which in this case will be H-file 001. Double click on that, and that brings up a screen that tells you what the file is. It's an entries file. It was created by this customer on this date. This is the meet name. If anything doesn't look right, if the date looks out of kilter or the opponent looks wrong, double check, call them up, say, hey, are you sure you sent me the right file? Once you're okay with that, click OK, and it'll come up with this nice box that gives you options on what you're going to pull in. The only box that needs to be checked is the include entries with no time box. Click OK, and it's going to bring up a dialog box that tells you what got brought in, how many teams, how many athletes, how many entries, how many relays. For a standard meet, most meets are going to have one team, anywhere from 70 or 80 up to 200 or 300 athletes, with probably 2 times as many entries. The relays, make sure there are relays in there. If it comes up with a 0, that's suspicious. Relay names is usually going to be 4 times the number. There shouldn't be any exceptions, but if there are, Hy-tek will generate an exceptions report onto the screen and tell you what did not get imported. 2 likely exceptions reports that will come up will be, it'll tell you that the lane was already occupied by another swimmer and that it did not import those entries. You can print that report out, go into your computer and manually add the swimmers if need be. Or it may come up with a very long list of every swimmer on that team, every event that they're entered in, and it's going to come and tell you that essentially there's no destination for that event. It's going to come up with a message that says athlete, age, sex, distance does not match. Usually what that means is you're trying to import your entries into a database that's not set up for a meet. It's just a shell of a database with no events or anything loaded to it. Once you're done with that, click OK. You move on, import the next team.